Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, and happy new year to everybody. Beautiful day in Ireland here. It has been raining for the whole December, and at this last day the sun is just shining, so good and dry day here. Anyway, today I am going to share with you my honest opinion on the new Honda Transalp 750 and answer two questions. Am I disappointed with Honda, and should Honda had released the new Transalp, which would be the Tenere 700 killer, as everybody's talking about. So if you have nothing to do, stay with me and let's find out. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adriano. It is 44 Degrees Motorbike Adventures. If you're new to this channel and you like the content, please consider subscribing. Anyway, back again to our two main questions. Am I disappointed with Honda Transalp 750? And should Honda had released a bike that would be the Tenere 700 killer, as everybody's talking about? Anyway, so this is the hottest topic on the internet. This is the release of the Transalp 750. There's a lot of commenters out there what Honda should and shouldn't have released. A lot of people disappointed with Honda, saying Honda missed this great opportunity. And anyway, so I'm going to give you my honest opinion as a Transalp 700 owner for quite a while now, and let's see what's all about. Alright everybody, before we go into all this and answer all these questions, let's first go back into history and look at what the Transalp has always been for us. Back in the 80s, Transalp was released as a 600cc bike. The papers would say it was a dual sport bike, but I think it was more an adventure tourer bike than anything else. It had a lot of off-road capabilities by that time, with the 21 front wheel, good ground clearance, and the nicest sitting position, and with a few adjustments you could make the bike a great off-road bike. Was never a true off-road bike by any standards, but you could take it to farmer roads, light off-roading, as I would say. After that was the release of the 650, and there was a few improvements. Bike continued to be an off-road capable bike. The fairing was changed and things like that. I think the tank got a little bit bigger, it got a bit heavier as well, and but it continued to be an off-road capable bike, an adventure tourer, I would say. After that, the 700 was released, and the 700, when we saw the release of the 700, a lot of things changed. The bike got a complete redesign. It became more an road oriented bike than anything else. The 21 front wheel was gone, replaced by a 19. Ground clearance was reduced. The bike got heavier, and it got a good improvements as well, like a fuel injection, but I think was that because of the laws came into Europe in most countries that like a fuel injection was a thing by the emission standards, so carburetor was gone. The tank got smaller, but they were saying that because fuel injection was more economical, so the tank got smaller. But the main thing here is that the bike was more road oriented than anything else, and you could still take the bike off-road, but because of the weight of the bike, it limited for you what you could do off-road and where you could take this bike. Now we have the Transalp 750, and released just recently now. Prior to that, there was a lot of talks and a lot of speculations of what Honda would going to release, and there was sketches, there was videos and pictures and things like that, and everybody was speculating that Honda was going to release a bike that would kill the Tenere 700. And I do understand how people are disappointed now, because they were expecting a lot and they didn't get what they want. But looking at the 700 and the 750 and comparing these two bikes, you can see that the Transalp now was brought back again to be a more off-road capable bike than the previous versions of it and the Transalp 700. The bike got lighter, things like a 21 front wheel came back, and I actually released a video, and if you want to take a look, I just put the description right here. It's when there was all these speculations, I released a video comparing my Transalp 700 and saying if there was a Transalp 750, what I wished Honda would bring back to make this bike more off-road capable. And Honda did bring back most of the things that I say on that video, like the 21 front wheel, and also it gave us back an 18 in the back. I was talking about the weight. The bike got lighter, not much, but it did get lighter. And I was talking about the ABS, that you cannot turn off. You cannot turn off the ABS on this bike, but now you can turn off the ABS on the Transalp 750, sorry. And other things, ground clearance improved. I was talking about the suspension, and the suspension now it's much better than this one in an upside down fork. It's not ideal for everybody, and everybody's talking about this suspension, saying that it's not adjustable, and the V-Strom now, the new V-Strom is adjustable. Why Honda didn't actually went and release the bike with the suspension that could be adjustable, things like that. And I understand like why people are very disappointed in some way, but if you compare this bike with the 750, you can see that there was quite a lot of improvements, and the bike is more off-road capable now than it was before. So should a Honda had released then this Tenere 700 killer that everybody was talking about? Well, in my opinion, I think it was not interesting of Honda to do that, to go in that area. One of the reasons I think is because there has always been a Tenere 700 killer in the market. If you take a look at the Aprilia Touareg or the KTM Adventure, the 890 Adventure R, these bikes in some way or another are better than the Tenere 700. So I don't think Honda was in any way thinking, to join this club of trying to kill the Tenere 700. I think the Honda wants to release the Transalp as a Transalp, has always been with a better capability to be an off-road bike, and that's what I think what's the Honda approach. I think as well that everybody was talking about this new baby Africa Twin that Honda could have released, but I think that was not an intention of Honda to do anything like that, because Honda didn't want to compete with itself by releasing a baby Africa Twin to compete with the big Africa Twin and losing market sales on that. So I don't think that was Honda's intention. If Honda was going to do that, I think Honda would release the bike as an Africa Twin or not a Transalp. So Honda didn't deviate much from what a Transalp is, and in my opinion, Honda actually really improved what a Transalp is now, because if you look at the previous versions of it, you can see how much improvement is on a Transalp 750. And you can take a look at the internet and see. I'm not going to detail every single difference, but I will release a video one day to show you the difference between the 700 and the 750, and you can see how much improvement has been done on the 750. Anyway, that's my honest opinion as a Transalp owner. Am I disappointed? That is the main question. No, as I say, I'm not disappointed. I'm actually was not expecting a Tenere 700 killer, and I wasn't expecting a baby Africa Twin. I think in the future, if Honda is going to release a baby Africa Twin, it will be very welcome to the community, because the Africa Twin 750 was and is still a great bike. and I think like if Honda do that, would be a very welcoming bike. But I wasn't expect that bike to be released as a Transalp. I think time will tell. This bike would be a very good adventure tourer with more off-road capability. I think there's a little more power than the other previous releases of the Transalp. Would be a great bike to take in long journeys. So time will tell. But this is my honest opinion as a Transalp 700 owner for quite a while now. And this is it, guys. This is my 2 cents. So please leave your comments below and let me know what you think. Are you disappointed with the Transalp 750? What you think Honda should have done? So leave your comments below, let us know, let me know exactly what you think. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.